So today I'm here to do my wrap up for the month of May, and I had a very shit reading month because I only read 5 books and I cannot believe it. So disappointed in myself because I normally read more books than that. Like 5 is just an all-time low. I mean, when I first started my channel, I did have a reading month when I only read 2 books, but I was still getting used to the idea of actually reading more because it took so long to read books. I've gotten a lot better at actually reading books in a quicker amount of time, but this month I like really sucked. But let's get into the books anyway. You're gonna know quite a few of them because they're still part of my wrap up for the superhero thon, but I'm gonna show them anyway. So the first book I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Gosh, it feels like I read this book so long ago now, but like, yeah, this book did take me a while to read, and like I was kind of a bit underwhelmed by it. Like, I mean, I was expecting a bit more and I found it to be like a little boring. Like, I know it's like everyone's favorite book. You know, I'm glad I finally have read it, and like, you know, watching the movie, man, that experience though, nothing like the book, that movie, but still it was a really fun experience. Because at the moment I managed to, you know, just read the book, just watch the movie, just do everything. Like, I'm always on a deadline here when I'm reading book to movie adaptations, but I got there in the end. So this was like an okay book, but I didn't love it. Next book I read was Talon by Julie Kagawa. This book is about dragons, and it's like, it's really fun. Like, it's not the best written thing ever, but I really do enjoy the simplicity of the story and how easy it is to read. And I have said before, but it just reminds me of Jennifer L. Armentrout books so much. And the 5th book just came out and I've bought it, so I've got the rather 4 books to read, so I've got the whole series to go on with here. So that's really good because I didn't want to have to wait, so I was kind of not reading the rest of them until the last one came out, and now I can go into the series. I hope to do it soon, but like next month I'm pretty booked out with a lot of rereading and sequels coming out and all that stuff, but hopefully after that I'll get back into the series. Okay, the next book I read was Rain the Earth by A.C. Gorgon, and mate, this has to be the best book I've read so far this year. I loved the story so much, and just the arranged marriage plot line, and just so many good characters. I love the magic system. I haven't read an Elemente magic system that's real hardcore for a long time, and I just, so good. So good. I totally recommend this. It also gave me Wrath in the Dawn vibes, so like all my favourite things are happening in this book, and I'm just so glad that I read it. Why did I read it though? It's for a readathon. I'm thinking, was it a book club pick? It was for a readathon, so I'm just so glad I did pick this up and read it. It was amazing. Okay, next I read P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, and I actually was already halfway through this book last month, so really I only read 4.5 books because I was just finishing this book. But these books were read in the first 8 days of the month. I was thinking I was going to have a really good reading month, and because I was like, oh, I've already read 4 books, and it took me 18 days to read the next one, so you know, it's really good. But I enjoyed this story so much. But like, Team Peter, I am Team Peter, hardcore the whole way. Even though the other guy was really nice, I love John, but Peter, I love him. But this trilogy is just so easy to read, and it made me buy the other trilogy that Jenny Han has written, Summer I Turned Pretty, and I'll probably read that on and off because at the moment I'm just sort of really slow with fantasy books but quicker with contemporary, so I might make my way through a lot more contemporaries this year. Like, I don't know, like I've got too many books, too many things to try and do that are stressing me out, that it's too hard. It's just too hard, and I'm trying. And the book that took me forever to read was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Like, my god. This book took me for fucking ever to read. 18 days, and then I didn't even finish another book by the end of the month. So mad, I didn't even get to my reread. I'm this far in, and it is the 1st of May, and I'm gonna hopefully read this like today and tomorrow, but who cares at the moment anymore? Like, I just give up. I can't read anymore. Life's too hard. Booktube, Bookstagram, buying books, it's all made my life too hard, and there's just too much to read. Like, recommendations and just buying the book is just too hard. But I really wanted to get this one done before the end of the month. Didn't happen. The reason for this is, like, I didn't hate the book. It was just so slow. Like, the plot and the characters and the story, except for Inan, that bitch gotta die. He's such a salty little prick and I hated him, but every other character was great, and just the plot was really like high stakes, but it's just there was so much filler and just boring shit, and this book's like 500 pages long. And also because I decided to make a baby blanket for my brother's new baby like the week before the baby was born and the week before we were going, so I had to stop reading. Like, I read probably 100 pages of this before I started the baby blanket, and then in like a week and a half I only read like 150 pages, and then I had to quickly read the rest of it to get it done. So that is one of the main reasons, is the baby blanket. But it just screwed me up because I was going so well. I was like 3 or 4 books ahead in my Goodreads schedule, and now I'm behind, and I'm like My life is just so depressing. Why is April so depressing? I don't like it. So this is my hecka tiny wrap up, because I've used to have wrap ups that were like this big. Now they're this big. I hopefully next month I'll be able to get into it. But like, even like, because I'm reading Clockwork Angel and I love this series and I'm not even feeling it. It's taking me forever. I've only read 40 pages today and I feel like I'm dying, but I'm really trying. But I think I'm in a reading slump and I don't want to accept it. But like, what do I do? What do I do? I have too many books to read and too many things to do and I just can't be in one. Hopefully Akafas will help me because that is out now and hopefully I'll get my book soon, and yeah, trying to do it all. For the rest of the month, I'm hoping to read Clockwork Prince and catch up. I'm going to reread The Assassin's Blade to start my Throne of Glass reread before those books come out. I really want to finish the trilogy with Always and Forever, and then I'm going to try and read King's Cage. Warstorm comes out this month, and like, I don't want to get too far behind because this happened last year, that it took me a year to read Glass Sword and now it's taken me a year to read King's Cage. I just hated Glass Sword so much that I don't even know how I'm going to cope with this. Like, this is probably not the book to read, but I'm going to try and do it. So that's a little bit of a TBR because this video is so small that I just might as well talk about my TBR. So I didn't go too well because I only read 5 books and I bought 13. You know how I was trying to go on a book buying ban? Didn't happen. I did rebuy some books though to get them in hardcover, so does that count as like an okay thing? I don't know. And like my Project 5, it's going to take 2.5 years to read the books that I owe to myself, so I don't know if I should just give up on that, but I feel like I should. But then it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not helping anymore and I don't want to just start new because that just sucks, because like, you know, I was doing really well and then I sucked at it. I'm just an all-time low right now. My life is over. This should just be like the depressing April wrap up, because that is what it is. It's the depressing April wrap up, but I just want to do better and it's just not happening. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you'd enjoyed my depressiveness, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.